Good morning, I am Rajashree Roy Choudhury and today I am going to explain this DSA question. Today is 31st October 2025 and I did this question today. So in this question we are told that we are going to have a sorted array, and in that array we have to find the first and the last position of the target element. So this question can be solved in two ways, either by using linear search or by binary search. In the linear search, what we are going to do is that we are going to traverse the array from left to right and apply the linear search there. So we know what is linear search, that is we need to find if the element, we are going to run the loop, and inside the loop we are going to check whether the element we are iterating currently is equal to the target element or not. Like that we are going to check in linear search. So here we are going to do two loops. So that is, one time we are going to run the loop from left to right and going to find the first occurrence of the target element. So first occurrence of the target element will be this third index element. As the target is 8, the first occurrence of the target element from left to right traversal will be this third index element, right? And on the second loop we are going to traverse the array and perform linear search from right to left. That is, the loop will run from right to left. So in that time, the first, again we are going to do the same thing. We are going to find the first occurrence from, but the direction will be from right to left. Then the first occurrence will be this fourth indexed element. So like this we are going to find the both first and the last occurrence of the target element by just changing the direction of loop, and in the both loops we are just finding the first occurrence. And this is simple, it is very simple. We are doing this by linear search. As we know, in linear search we run a loop from the desired direction, and within the loop we check if the current element that we are iterating is equal to the target element or not. So this is one way, and this is, I showed how the thing happened. Yes, and now the other way is that binary search. In the binary search we all know that what is the general structure. The general structure of binary search is that we always find a mid element, mid equal to start plus end divided by 2, and based on the mid we check whether the target element is greater, less or equal to, right? So, and start is always denotes the first index and end is always denote the last index. So that is the general structure of binary search. But in this question, as we are told that we need to find the first and the last position of the target element in the sorted array, so we are going to do a little different thing. So we are going to perform the binary search only, but in two different segments. That is, we will use binary search first for finding the first position of the target element, and another time we are going to use binary search for finding the last position of the target element. So yes, so how we are going to do that is here. So here we are first doing that. Here our aim is to find the first occurrence. So first step will be just simple, that start is the first index, end is the last index. That is, we can denote it like length of array minus 1 will be the end. Okay, so while coding I am going to show this. And now, as we know, what is mid is always equal to start plus end divided by 2. And here we are doing the index. Okay, in order to find a mid index. Okay, so we got the mid index. So the mid index is the index number 2, the element is 7 here. So once we find the mid, now we are checking if the mid element is the target element or not. So how we check it? By doing nums mid equal to 7. Now, okay, 7 is not target because target is 8. So here one twist is that while first occurrence, like in what we know, if a element first occurrence we are finding, whatever the element we are getting, like see here the mid we got is 4, and actually the mid is not the first occurrence of the array, it is the second, but it could be the first also, but we don't know. When the array is big, we don't know. So logically, when we have to find the first occurrence, what common sense says that suppose if we just know that if we know only we found the target element 8, so if we are not sure if this is the first occurrence or not, so for that where could be the first occurrence element can present, at right side or at left side? Obviously at the left side, that is where we count the elements, and that is the more possibility where first element can present, right? So that's why we are going to check the left side of the mid after we found the target. This is only we are only going to check the left side once we have found the mid. Okay, so in simplified way, once we found the target through the mid, then we are going to check at the left side just to ensure if there is any other first occurrence or it is the first occurrence only. So that is what we are going to do. How we are going to do? By end equal to mid minus 1, because mid is the mid part, and we are shifting the end to this part because so that the left section will be now checked. So that is we did, and then what we did, we are going to store the mid into the first, because here the mission of this part was to find the first occurrence. So in the variable first we are going to store the mid, because this mid will point to the first occurrence of the target element, as we can see. So similarly we are going to do for the last occurrence also, but the difference will be the entire beginning part will be same, only when we are when we already found the target. Suppose we found the target, but now we have to find the last occurrence. So last occurrence will be always after that, after the element. So we don't know if this element is the last occurrence or not, but to ensure that, we are going to check the right side of the founded targeted element, and this target element obviously found by the mid. So here what we will do, once we found the target, that is mid equal to target, we are going to do mid start equal to mid plus 1. We are shifting the thing to check the right section. So that's what we did, yes. And after that again we are going to store this mid into the last variable. Yes, in the last variable we will store the mid value in order to point the last occurrence. Yes, so this is the entire code explanation. That is, first we are defining the functions. We are initializing the start, end, first and last. First is for storing the first occurrence, last is for storing the last occurrence. And after that we are dividing the main problem into two parts, for finding the first occurrence and for finding the last occurrence. And in the first occurrence, the main target is first find the target. How we are doing that? Running the loop from until the start is less than equal to end, so that in the array it should not cross. Okay, then we are finding the mid index. After we found the mid index, based on that we are checking if the element is equal to target, or the element is less than target, or if the element is greater than target. If the element is less than target, that means what? The number is less, so we need to increase the number in order to match the target. So what we are going to do, that we are going to increase the value. We know what, as it is a sorted array, values are increasing from left to right. So if you are going to increase the element toward right side, that is, if you are going to do start equal to mid plus 1, that means the value will going to increase. So that's why we did that, when we have to increase the value in order to match the target. So in this case, when the element is less than target, we do start equal to mid plus 1. But when the element is less than target, that time we need to reduce it. So how we are going to reduce it? By moving from right to left, as it is a sorted array, like smaller elements are here, bigger elements are here. So from the bigger elements we are moving to the smaller elements. So that's why we are doing end equal to mid minus 1. And this is the first part. for finding the first. Okay, now when we are getting that the mid is equal to target, as I mentioned, we are going to see the leftmost part, that is end equal to mid minus 1. That's left part will not left part, sorry. Okay, I got confused here. Here we are going to see the leftmost part, yes, because the first occurrence is always at the left, because we are not sure if the element we got is the first occurrence or not. So in order to check the first occurrence, we are going to check the left side. So how we are going to check the left side? Start is already there somewhere, so we are going to shift the end to the left side, that is we are doing end equal to mid minus 1 and storing the mid into the first, because we know here our mission is to store get the first occurrence element. And then after that, actually we have to handle one edge case. Suppose in a case we didn't found the element at all, target element at all. In that case the first will be like we didn't found the first, and initially we have initialized first equal to minus 1 and last equal to minus 1. So in this case, when we already know the first and last is minus 1, but here we didn't found the target element, that's why to handle that edge case, otherwise error will come, we are checking this condition, that if first is not found, that is if first equal to minus 1, that is we didn't found the first, then we are going to return the minus 1 list, because this is given in the question that if we didn't find the answer, then we are going to return minus 1. And after this, as in this first part our start and end got modified, so in order to check the last occurrence, we need to reset the start and end value, and then we are going to do of checking the last occurrence. In checking the last occurrence, same thing will happen, just in this part where that we will find the target. Instead of checking the left part, we are going to check the right part, because we have to find the last occurrence. We are not sure if the target we found is the last occurrence or not. That's why the right, because the possible last occurrence will be present in the most right side, that's why we are going to check the rightmost side. So how we are going to do that? Because end will be somewhere at the right only, so we are going to shift the start, that is start equal to mid plus 1, and mid we will store in the last variable, and like that. And also these parts are same. If the element at mid is smaller than target, then always do start equal to mid plus 1, and if the element at mid is greater than target, then just reduce the value by end equal to mid minus 1, and then just return the first and the last list. And so this is the entire problem, and this is the code we did. As per I explained that that exact code I did here, and all the cases has passed. Yes, that's all.